Hey everyone, welcome to our fourth video on going through the SkillsUSA 2013 project where we're making this battle top toy. We are today making this Ratchet. So we have the housing, the cone, and we also have the spin pin done. But in this video, we're going to go over making the Ratchet. And then in the next video, we're going to take these three pieces and make an assembly page out of them. So let's going on this Ratchet. What we need to do is open, not create, we're not creating a new file. We're opening our Battle Top Toy SkillsUSA 2013 file. So we open that, and as you can see, we have all of our parts and our drawings in here. This would also be a good time to organize this a little bit because as you can see, there's a lot of files, and we're just going to get more and more and more as we go through all of this. So what we can do is actually make a folder. Let's make a folder here. Here we go, create folder. We're going to name this top assembly because in here, this is the actual top where we have the housing, the cone, and the ratchet, which we'll make today. So let's put those three pieces, the parts and the drawings, all in one folder, and that should help us with organization. So I'm going to call this top assembly. And then I can actually drag everything, the cone, not the spin pin, the housing, all in there. And you know what, I'm going to delete this assembly because we're not there yet. So I have this folder, there's all the stuff. Then maybe I'll make another folder as well. Maybe it's we have a trigger, a spin pin. It looks like we have like this housing. So maybe we'll make another folder and we'll call it housing parts. And I think it would make more sense if I call this top parts. So top parts and housing parts. I'm going to drag the spin pin into housing parts. Good, much more organized. Now I can go into the top parts folder. And in here, I can make a new part studio because I'm going to make the ratchet. That's this right here. Good. Let's rename this part studio right here. Let's rename it the ratchet. And we can get going on drawing. So the probably most challenging part is this sketch right here. That's pretty much the case with a lot of 3D modeling. But we're going to tackle this sketch, and then from there, shouldn't be too much work in terms of doing all the extrusions. Another thing to keep in mind at some point is that, as we see in the notes, all the wall thicknesses are 0.04. So if we see a dimension that we don't have, we are going to assume that a certain thickness is 0.04. So as always, let's start a new sketch, and I'm going to do this right on this hot plane. And once I have my sketch plane, as you can see, sketch 1 on top, I'm going to hide the rest of the planes so they're not in the way, and I can right click and click on View Normal to Sketch Plane. Now, where should we start? I think I'm going to start on the outside and work my way in. You can do it the other way. How you approach this, you might have different methods of approaching it, but I'm going to start from the outside and go inward. So I can see a big circle here. So where do we have that circle? Probably, here we go. We have a big circle with a radius of 0.47. So I will start my center point circle tool, click anywhere, and then dimension it properly. Now it gives us a radius, but we have to put in a diameter. So I'm going to double 0.47. I'll do 0.47 times 2, and that will give us the diameter. Press enter. And there's the outer circle. I think I will also, you know what, I will do these 3 bumps as well. So I could totally use the circular pattern or circular array tool for that. That sounds like a pretty good plan. Okay, let's see. So we have, it looks like this larger one, this one on the outside, has a radius of 0.06 or diameter of 0.12, because we have to do diameter with these. And it's looking like the center of that, there's a lot here. So if you need time to make sure you're understanding where all these dimensions are coming from, do that. This is the center of this outer bump is 0.46 away. So I'm going to do this to the left because it's going to be a little difficult to try to do it on a slant. So I'll make a line. Actually, I don't even have to make a line. We'll get our circle tool going. We'll start on this center here, and we'll move out to the left any distance, really, because we'll fix it with the dimension tool and then make the circle any dimension. Now we'll do the dimension tool between the center of the big circle, center of the little circle. I'll put that out here because there's so much going on. And that needs to be, what did we say, 0.46. And then the size of this circle needs to be 0.12. Good. I'll do a little bit of trimming here. So we need to trim, we don't need the inside of this circle. And then we don't need this arc right here. Then it looks like I can make a fillet here, radius 0.02, between this circle and this circle. Where's that radius? Here it is. I'll double click on the radius. Wait, does it want radius? Just yes, it is asking for radius here, so I don't have to change anything. And this is going to be 0.02. And I'm going to want same thing on the other side. So I'll click this side of the circle and this circle, and oh, and it's 0.02 already. Very convenient. Good. Move that out so we can actually see. This is exactly it. Now, how do we get to this bit? From what I'm seeing, let's see if there's any dimensions. Doesn't look like it. So even a thickness, I don't even think I see a thickness in here, which means I believe we're going to assume that we can offset whatever we have outside inward 0.04 units. So once I finish arraying this, making that circular array with this, we should be able to offset this inward and we get this bit here. All right, so circular array or circular pattern right here. We've got to click on this arc, this curve, that fillet, and then it looks like we got it because it says 3 times 3x. So we have 3 of those. We can click OK. Yeah, there we go. We got all those arcs. We just need to get the trim tool out. Oh, wait, I'm out of the sketch. That's not what I wanted to do. Go back in the sketch, double click if you accidentally escaped. Then we can go back to trim that piece and that piece. Good. Now I know there's a big gap there. That's going to be an easy cut later on, so I'll leave that for now. But here we'll do offset. Offset. I want to offset everything, so I'm dragging everything. And where's the actual setting for this? Here it is. So that's yeah, I want it inward. So I clicked on that arrow to get it going inward. You can drag it inward as well. And I'm going to click out, and then it asks me, so I click out of that, and then it asks me to put in a dimension. So it should be 0.04. But now there's an issue. What is the issue here? I'm going to click undo and try 0.04 again. It seems like there's some sort of constraint here that it doesn't like. Let's see if I can click on that and delete it. Click on that and delete it. There we go. These issues are always going to come up. Oh, here we go. For whatever reason, you know what? I have a feeling because it turned into a point like that, it didn't want to the distance didn't want to be changed. So I'm going to do undo, bunch of undos. A little bit of, there's always some sort of flaw with your 3D program, excuse me, 3D modeling. There, now I know I'm going to keep that curve. Now I'm going to click out and type in 0.04, and that should do it. Yeah. So for whatever reason, I offset too much before I specified the correct amount, and then it turned into a point instead of a curve, and it wasn't happy with that. But now it's fixed, so we can keep going. All right, now we have these 3 things right here. I think it's going to be easiest if we start on the right rather than trying to go on a slant. So what do we have here? We have some sort of a thickness of 0.10. We have a curve there. So it's looking like maybe, oh, I see some, like this kind of is an outline of a circle that's going to be chopped up. So maybe we have a circle. Yeah, there we go. So we have an arc here that has a radius of 0.38. And we have one on just below that with a radius of 0.31. So maybe we need to put those 2 circles in there, and then we can connect up lines and all that. So circle, just 2 circles with, they're giving us radius for some reason. But anyway, the big outer circle, since we're giving radius and we have to put in a diameter, so we'll do 0.38 times 2. And then for the smaller one, we'll do 0.31 times 2. Excuse me, I forgot to put in times 2. 0.31 times 2. I think I messed up again. Let's try this one more time. 0.31 times 2. That's better. There's a lot of circles here, so just try to do your best to keep track. We're looking at these 2 circles, which right now are the inner circles. What else do we have? Yeah, really be careful here. So I have 2 lines. I'm going to make 2 lines. I'm going to connect. So what we see right now, if I'm trying to be as clear as possible, we have these 2 outermost circles. That, if we look on the actual piece here, that's this wall right along here. And we're trying to make this line that's going to connect to the 2 inner circles that we have at this point. So the second one in, I'm going to click on that with my line tool. I'm going to make a horizontal line connecting up to the other circle. Let's make sure that that looks right. Yes, so the horizontal line that goes up to the next one. Then it looks like below that we have a horizontal line connecting to the innermost of these 4 circles. So I'm going to click back in here and click escape, and I'll restart my line tool. Anywhere over here along this line, as long as it's below this quadrant point, right there, we'll go horizontal line right there. Good. So what do we need to do here? Well, it looks like we can trim this piece. So I'm going to, because it's open right there, so we'll do trim. Trim this one, and I can even trim the next one as well. There, now you're probably starting to see that opening become a little bit more obvious. Okay, but what else do we need to do? We have to get them in the correct locations as well. So let's do some dimensioning. In terms of height, the distance between these 2 lines is 0.10. So I'll dimension these together as being 0.1. But they now also have to be symmetric about this horizontal line. So is there like a symmetric? Symmetric should do. maybe we'll try it out. Let's see if it works. These two lines need to be symmetric about this point. It requires a line and two other geometries at the same time. Okay, so that one didn't work. That's fine. What else can we do? Yeah, it doesn't look like I can use any of these. Maybe you can figure that out. But I think what I'll do is I will say the distance between this line and this point vertically needs to be 0.05, which is half of 0.10. There now they should be, and you can see they're black lines now, so they're not going to be moved. They're perfectly stuck where they're supposed to be. So we have this right here. Maybe I can do some annotations just to make it clear where we are in all of this. Maybe it's going to be a good color, probably this dark green. So we've made this right here. You see that along here as well. And then we can go up along here. Then we can make what looks like an arrow. So how are we going to approach that? Well, we have a line. We have a line here that appears to be at a 30-degree angle from the horizontal. I'm going to do some, clear my drawings. So we have this line right here. I'm going to make a line that's 30 degrees. Let's see if we can accomplish that well. So we have one right there. And where does it start? It doesn't seem to matter where it starts. And well, the other question is, where does it end up lying? Do we have an answer on that? I'm not sure. Do we have an angle on that line? There's a lot to figure out. It does take time. 30-degree angle. But where does it lie? Well, we have some angles over here. Okay. Yeah, this is tough. I'm not going to do that one yet. This takes problem solving. With practice, you'll get it. I think I'm not going to make this angle yet. What I'll do is I think I can make this circle first. There's a circle here, if you imagine it going all the way around, that is lying tangent to this circle. And I know approximately where the center point is going to be because I have the angle for that. That's coming from the center. I know the size of it, and I know it's going to be tangent to this curve. So let's try this out. We have, I'm gonna make two, that's my annotations. I'm gonna make two lines. So this horizontal line, which is going to be the basis of where these angles are coming from. Horizontal line, doesn't matter the length, press escape. And it's a black line, so I'm not gonna be able to move it up and down by accident or anything like that. And I want another line that is 97 degrees to this line. So it's going to be something like that, because that would be 90 degrees, right angle. This is going to be a little bit more, but of course I can fix that. I'm probably going to want that a little bit longer. Even go, and I can trim this after. I'll make it go a little bit past. Now I need to dimension this, so click on the two lines, and then you can specify an angle here. So that should be 97. Then we know that there's going to be this circle that lies right on this line. So we get our circle tool. And it's between these two. So we have 4 right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This circle is lying between 3 and 4. So between these two circles, and it's right on this line. Don't know where yet, but somewhere right on that line. We'll make click anywhere, and we'll dimension it correctly. So this needs to be, what does it need to be? Radius of 0.04. We have to put in the diameter, so double it, times 2. And then looks like one more constraint for this circle. This circle needs to be connected right to this circle. It needs to be tangent because it looks, you can see it's going smoothly around. So where's our, here's tangent. I want that circle to be tangent with this one. There. It's a lot of steps for sure, but we're getting there. No problem. All right, what else do we have? So I can delete a little bit because there's a lot going on here. We don't want to get too messy. So maybe I'll do some, I won't trim. I'll just delete this line. I don't need that anymore. Delete that. But you can see that this circle is blue again, which means I can move it, and I don't want to move that. So I will click on the fix constraint. That's kind of like the locking it in place, and oh, it didn't like that. So it didn't want me to click on, did I actually click on fix? Yeah, I did. I'll undo that. Maybe if I could do the fix on the circle itself. Nope, still doesn't like that. Interesting. Doesn't want me to fix it in place. So just be careful. Don't try to, you know, I want to be absolutely careful because I don't want to accidentally move it like that. So I'm going to undo this. I'm going to keep that line there. I know it's going to get very crowded, but I really want to make sure that this doesn't move anywhere. So that was 97 degrees. And it looks like this point right here, where this fourth circle inward ends, is 70, it is connected to a 77-degree angle. There's a line coming up 77 degrees from the horizontal. That's where this line will end. Okay, so we'll draw a 77-degree angle. Line tool from here, it's going to be something like that, but it doesn't matter. Go up past this this circle right here and get the angular dimension. Oh, there's dimension between these two lines. Drag this out far. I don't want to get in the way, and that's 77 degrees. So right here, because 1, 2, 3, 4, this is where this fourth circle ends, right there. So I can trim this. Do some trimming here. I can trim that because I know that that's where we have another line coming out, starting there. Also delete these. Let's get that out of the way. What else can I get out of the way? I can delete. I need to be careful. Delete this and this. Can I delete that? Yeah, I can delete that too. And that one. Can I delete that yet? Nope, undo that. Gotta keep it. Gotta keep the circle black. All right, we're almost there with this. Then we have the whole, this is probably the trickiest part for sure. We're almost done with this arrow, and then we can use circular pattern to get it all the way around. So a line, we have a line here starting at this point that we just found. It's going down this way, down to the right. It does have a length of 0.07. Escape to dimension tool and make sure it's aligned. Oh, well, it is like that. It's not, if it's going perfectly horizontally or vertically, we don't want that, but we do want it to be aligned just like this. And that's 0.07. Don't have the correct angle yet. So it's okay that this, you know, we can turn it around, that's fine, but we do have it being the right length. But the last bit is we need, this is what we couldn't figure out before. We need a line connecting this point to this circle. It needs to lie right on this circle. that's this one. Gotta get some constraints. So there's tangent. So this line is going to be tangent to the circle, like that. Good. And the last thing, before we trim everything, if this is it, it was tough. This line needs to be at a 30-degree angle to the horizontal. So click on that line, click on this horizontal line, and we can specify I want that to be 30 degrees. Wow, that's it. That was a tough sketch. But now we can trim everything down. Clicking on the wrong thing. Here's trim. So I don't need that anymore, or this. I don't need this line, or that line, or that. I don't need any of this. I don't need that line, or that line, or even this line, or this arc. That's it. Wow, that was a lot. But here it is. The only thing here, before we array it, circular, or make a circular pattern, is just to make a fillet here. Do we have the fillet size? Yes, here it is, 0.03 radius. So I'll get my fillet tool out, click between these two, and click anywhere, and then it'll ask us to specify the radius, 0.03, enter. Wow, good work. If you got up to this point, that's probably the hardest part. So good job. I'm now going to, let's see if I can fix some of these in place. Can I fix that now? Nope, doesn't. I don't know why. Can I fix the line? Yes, I can fix the two lines. Never mind. Undo that one. Sometimes this is also a case of, can I fix a point? Nope. Because let's have a look at what happens. It seems like maybe if I drag it, yeah, that's it. I can still drag the points, and I don't want that. What can I do? Maybe I can dimension the angle. There, now it's locked in place. So I don't care what the angle is. I just want that angle to remain the same. Now this whole thing is put together. It's all fixed in place, so I'm not going to accidentally drag anything. Oh, now we can get the circular pattern going. I want all of this. All of that. There it is. Let's see the preview. We only want 3. So there should be a 3. There it is. It's at 3x. Click OK. Wow, look at that. That's perfect. Let's we exited the sketch, but let's double click on that. Trim. You have to trim this piece here and this piece here. There you go. Just need to breathe for a moment, because that is a tough one to do. The rest, I don't think are going to be too bad at all. Got a circle in there. Got the ring out here. Do I need to do that circle yet? I'm not going to do that circle yet. You can see most of the things that are going on are right here, so I think I'm going to leave it alone. Yeah, I'll do that later. I'll do this. Should I do that ring? I think I'll do this ring here. And then I'll ignore these as well. Don't need that yet. Okay, so this ring, and then these pieces here, and then we'll be done with the sketch. So most of this video is, I don't know how long it's been, but most of this video is definitely the sketch for sure. We have the circle dimension. right here. That's diameter of 0.3. Got our circle tool going. Center point circle from the center, and we have to say it's 0.3 diameter. 0.3. And I don't see a dimension here about how big this outer circle is. We might be tempted to say, well, it's got to be an offset of 0.04, but we should check the section view first. And I do see this over here. These circles, this is where this ring is. This is a side view of the ring. And it's telling us right here that the offset is actually 0.05 in this case. So do make sure you check everywhere before you try to make the assumption on the wall thickness. So we were given the inner circle, so we need to offset outward 0.05. Now we get the offset. We'll click anywhere, and then we can specify how big that's going to be. 0.05. Good. That's good. And now we can make this here. So between, what are we going to do? Looks like I think we can just make horizontal lines going across here, and then make fillets around them. So let's get our line tool out. So just going straight over like that. And it's going to be in line with that too. So I want to make another line tools in line with this line, but I want to start on this arc, and I'll go straight over there. Good. Then the fillet tool. So I want to fillet between this side of the circle. See, we have an arc connecting this side of the circle to this line. So I'm going to click on this side of the circle and then this line. It cannot add sketch fillet. Probably the reason for that is because it doesn't like that it has two options. It could curve up or it could curve down. So temporarily, I'm going to trim this middle part. I do need it back, as you can see. I'm going to keep it gone for now. I think that'll help with making the fillet that I need. Fillet between these two. There, that does it. And between these two. Oh no, okay, I can't do it all at once. So I'll do that, click out, specify the 0.06 radius, 0.06. Same between these two. And that's already there. Then, yeah, then I'll get the circle tool, the center point circle tool again. And I'll get that arc back like it's supposed to be. And finally, for this sketch, circular array, or circular pattern, that what we just made around 3 times, just like this. So that line, that arc, that fillet, that line, that fillet. And we do want it to go around 3 times. There's that 3x. Okay, we click out. We're done. That's a lot. Be proud of yourselves for getting up to this point. Oh, now we gotta figure out. So if you need a break, you could probably take a break at this point, but I'm gonna keep on going here. So what do we have? We have, let's deal with these, with the outermost wall and these arrow things. Let's extrude those. We'll ignore that bit for a moment. So it looks like 0.10 is what we're extruding here. We can, I'm going to extrude that. What do I want to do? I'm going to extrude that downward. And then these bits I'll extrude upward 0.04, I believe. Let's try that out. So make sure I'm on top. There's the top view. I've got the extrude. I want a lot. I want, as we've discussed, this outer wall, and that includes all the arrows. So that's go the other direction. I want it to go down. So you can see that right here. We only need it to be 0.10 though. There it is. Yeah, that looks good. I'm going to click OK. I'm going to get my sketch back. I'm going to unhide that. Then I will be able to, what do I need to do? This piece, I need to extrude. Do I need to extrude it downward at all? Obviously, it's going to go up. You can see that here as well. So yeah, let's just click on extrude. We'll click on 1, 2, 3, and the ring. And that's got to go up 0.04. Kind of like that. But now you see here that we don't have this extending on as well. So we don't have that piece to extrude up along with it. So what I'll need to do is I'll have to make a new sketch. Right on this plane, right click, normal to sketch plane. And I'll do it over here, but I need to extend this all the way across. I'll need to extend the line starting from here all the way across. Escape, another line from this point all the way across. Come on, end on the line. There it is. Okay, escape. Let's finish the sketch. Let's see if it will actually extrude from there. I want to make sure it does. Yes, there. Now I can click on that face, bring it up. It was the same 0.04. Good. Oh, I had to click OK. But I know it works, so let me go back into this sketch. I'm going to double click sketch 2, right click view normal to sketch plane, and I just need that to repeat again 2 more times. So circular pattern, just these 2 lines 3 times. You can see them there. And you can see the 3 is saying 3 times. So click OK. We're out of the sketch, and now we can extrude those upward. Just want that one right there. Good. And if you forget the height, it's right there, 0.04. But if you forget it, you can go up to face. You can say, I want it to go up to here because it needs to be in line there. And then you can click OK. Good. And you're gonna love this. I think we need to extrude that ring down as well. It's a whole lot of stuff to do. So back to extrude. Got more to extrude here. We want it to go opposite direction, and how much? Keep in mind our sketch plane is right along this line that my mouse is going down right now. Just like that, because we extruded the arrow and outer wall down, and we extruded the other piece upward. So right along here. So from that line, how far down do we need to go? It looks like we need to extrude from the bottom of that wall. It needs to be. Now you're really making things complicated here. From the bottom of that wall needs to be 0.08. So we're going to do some math from the sketch plane to the bottom of this outer wall is 0.1. Then we do another 0.08. So in total, we need to extrude down 0.18. Wow, there we go. Press enter. That looks good. Press OK. Now, do we need that sketch again? I don't think we need that sketch again. Got a lot of extrusions from that. But let's hide that sketch now. Good, there it is. Wow, it's pretty cool. Well, I mean, once you stop being frustrated about how much you've done here. This is really cool, what you're able to accomplish here. What else do we have? So let me make sure. So I'm glad we have this, because now I see the top. What do we need to do? So now we have all of this at the top here. So how are we going to address that? There's a hole here. So that these two circles line up with here, as we figured out before. I think what I'm going to do is get on the same sketch plane on top, right, as what we were on before. Yeah, because it appears that the bottom of this crazy piece is along this sketch line. Let me try to annotate that. What we have right now in our drawing is up to here. Right, yeah. And we have our sketch plane, well, and it goes up to there as well. So we have all of this. And our sketch plane, the orange, our sketch plane is along here. So I need to draw all of this. Now, there's a hole there. But as we know, this should be, I think we're going to follow this right here. This is likely all going to be 0.05. Because it's not stating otherwise. It makes sense for that to be consistent. So I'm going to sketch right, I need to go back to the mouse. I'm going to make a new sketch plane. As I said, same sketch plane as before. That's right on here. I'll click on there, right click, view normal to sketch plane. And I'm going to draw this. I'll try to draw that. Well, it's really it's just going to be like a circle. Do we know how to go about this? Let's see. Okay, we do have a circle here, diameter of 0.23. Let me draw that circle. Circle with diameter of 0.23. So that covers this. So up here, yeah, you know what? I think this is going to work out. It's okay. So take your time. See, I'm taking my time really understanding this here. Okay, I'm going to clear the drawings. I'm going to show you what I just drew. So what I just drew was the circle that's going to make this right here. So what I can do is extrude from this plane upward up to here. Let me do that so I don't try to lose us too much. And I don't care about the hole in here. I can shell that out later. So I will extrude that circle up. That's very high. From the sketch plane to the top of this cylinder right here is 0.04. So that's 0.04. Then we go up another 0.09. So we need to go up 0.04 plus, that's times, plus 0.09. That's how much we need to go up. We'll click OK there. But then we have this opening in here. We don't need that opening. I'm going to bring that sketch back, and you're going to see something here. We have that circle. Make sure this works. No, it's not. Undo. We need to fill that space in as well. So look, if you see it from the top, it's going to look like there's a little bit more of a ring there. You can see it here, it's filled in, it's not open. So I need to go into the sketch, right click, get into the sketch plane. So I need to extrude this space where my mouse is so that it fills in. So I'm going to make sure, so I have this circle here and I just want to make sure that this area is enclosed. So I'm going to make another circle. Just connecting from the center point out to, oh, I want it to go out to there. It's not letting me. So how do I use that circle? Go to modify. No, you don't. Don't go to modify. Go to the drawing tools and go to use. I want to use this circle. And actually from here, I don't think I need to do anything. I think I can just click OK. And now there you can see it here. I'm highlighting over it. That space is being picked up as an actual face that we can extrude. So I will click on extrude. I'll extrude this. I want it to go up to the top here, like this part is. So I will say up to face. I want it to go up to here and click OK. That's it. You can see it's open in there. Or it's not open, it's closed where it should have an opening. You can see right there, but we'll get there. So we have this. I don't need the sketch anymore. I'll hide that. Good. And then almost at the top, we're making our way to the top. We have another circle here. It's going to be extruded as a cylinder. With this cylinder that goes up. Really make it complicated, don't they? So the curve up here has a diameter of 0.12, which means from this point to this point, that length is 0.12, which means the diameter of the circle that will form this cylinder is also 0.12. So I'll make a sketch right up at the top, right click, view on the sketch plane, make a circle that has that diameter of 0.12. Dimension 0.12. Good. There it is. And that sketch. So we need to extrude this. This is tiring. I understand if you're getting tired by this, I am too. We're going to extrude that up. How much? Okay, let me do some drawing. I'll do dark green again. So we want to extrude from here and not to here where it gives us the dimension, but actually up to the top. We want a dimension. We want to extrude this cylinder up to the top and then use the fillet tool to get this curve. But of course, it's got to be more complicated than that. So what is we have to figure out what the length is. We have to see what this length is right here, and then what another color this length right here is. So what's this? This between the pink. Well, that is subtraction right here. 0.21 minus 0.09. So I'm going to put that right in here. 0.21 minus 0.09. Up there. You can see a little bit. So it gets up to here. Now how much is this space? Well, if this arc has a diameter of 0.12, then the radius is going to give us that height. So half of 0.12 is 0.06. So we need to now add on plus 0.06. And we can click OK. Wow, there it is. And now we can use the Fillet Tool. Right here, we need that. It's asking for radius, right? So just like we talked about, the diameter is 0.12, so the radius will be 0.06. And I'll click up here at the top. There it is. Everything's done except for one thing, and that's these strange little triangle pieces in the bottom. Yeah, that's all we need left. Right? Yeah, these are a little weird. Before we get to that, oh, we also have to make a hole here. Okay, so how do we make that hole? This is something that's right here. This is something like what we did with the cone in the last video. We used the shell tool, and that shell allowed us to make the extrusion, or make a space so that this wall is consistently 0.05 all the way around. So got the shell tool. There's shell. Want to be 0.05, and I'll just click right up here. Is that going to cause an issue? Yeah, you see the problem that I'm facing right now. There's a couple problems I'm facing right now. Really a pain, isn't it? I think it might be easier just to make a circle and extrude it upward. Actually, no, it won't. Gotta love this. Really gotta love this. Yeah, this should be fine. There is an opening in there so that the walls are all 0.05, but now there's an even smaller hole here that we don't need. I'm gonna make this really easy for us. I'm gonna click OK. I'm gonna sketch right on this plane. Right click, do normal to sketch plane. I'm gonna draw a circle here and extrude it upward so that we can make that filled in. So very simple, make the circle. Seriously, it's okay. You can use the use tool instead, use that circle, exit the sketch. Now it's a face that we can extrude. I want to extrude that up the other way. I only need it to go, I can say I want it to go up to this arc. Click OK. There, now it's open enough, the correct amount. Good. So the last piece are these right here. This, from a side view, it's a triangle. You can see it over here as well, these pieces. Clear my drawings. The other thing that you might notice is that they're all, these extrusions are, a bunch of them are different colors. That's because Onshape picked them up as a bunch of different parts out of this whole part. So we can connect them all as one by highlighting everything. And here it is. It says Boolean. Boolean is add, subtract, intersect. We click on that, and then we can say, okay, we're going to union that. Make it all one. Make it a union. You know, click OK, and now it's all one color, so it's all one shape. Okay. So now let's address these pieces right here. So to actually begin this, we're these triangle pieces, we're going to go into the bottom view, just like this. Looks exactly like this left view here. We're going to make these vertical lines, or at least from our view, they're vertical. So let's go ahead and do that. That's not going to be too bad at all. Oh, we do have to click on sketch, and we're going to make a sketch right on here, on this cylinder here. Okay, because that's where they're lying on. Okay, so we're on this plane. We're making that sketch, as you can see. And let's start drawing our lines. So here's a line here. It doesn't matter too much. We just want to make some vertical lines that do connect. So this circle to this circle. I'm going to make, oh, escape. I'm going to do it again. Right along the same circle, just like that. Do that 2 times on the other side as well. down, and then again, click on the circle all the way straight down there. Just like that. Now, the other thing we do know is just from looking on here, it's pretty clear that those two lines that are closer to the circle are tangent to the circle. They lie, or they cross through the circle at one point. So I'm going to click on the tangent constraint, click on the line, and then on the circle. And again, line, circle, just like that. And from here, see if we have a gap. Yep, we see a gap right here. We see how far apart those lines are. So we'll get our dimension tool. 0.05 is the distance. So between these two lines, just like that, we're going to specify 0.05 as the distance. Same on the other side here. 0.05. Okay, now that we have that, we can close this sketch. I think that's it for our sketching. From here, it's just kind of messing with extrusions and planes and how we're actually going to try to deal with that. Now that we have the actual sketch from the bottom view, the question is, how do we make this slanted extrusion? This utilizes the plane tool, making a different plane. Then we can extrude that face up to where that slanted plane is. This is a little crazy, but we're going to try this. Okay, now if we click on plane, you can see we do have, we know we have an angle. We got to do something with an angle. So there's this line angle here. But we don't quite have what it is we need. Actually, do we have it? No, we don't have what it is we need for this. We need a line that this plane is going to go through. Probably up here, well, down here if we're looking at the bottom. And then we're going to have to specify this angle here. So we need to make a line. It looks like, it's not very clear here, but it's looking like there's going to be a line connecting these two bottom points of these two inner lines. And the plane is going to go through that line. Then through that line, that plane's going to go through an angle. Let's try this out and you'll see what I mean by that. So I'm going to make another sketch. I'm actually going to cancel out of that because I don't need it. Make a sketch on this plane right here, because we can see that the start of the plane, or where that pivot point is right along this plane. So we're going to sketch right on here. And we'll make a line. Again, it appears that they're going to connect these 2 points. So I'll do that exactly. Well, conveniently enough, it doesn't look like they're going to let me. So I need to go into the Use tool so I can bring those lines up to my sketch. And I can actually use those points. So I'll try the line tool again, and we'll see what. Okay, I think I lost it by accident. Going back into the sketch. Yep, I'm back in the sketch, and then line tool, and I'll connect those 2 points. Good, that's all I needed. I just need that as the pivot for where the plane is going to turn and angle itself. So we'll click on plane, line angle. So now I can click on this line. You can already see it just a little bit. There's this new plane that's pivoting around that line. And once we angle it correctly, something like that, you'll see that we'll be able to extrude one of these up to this plane. Pretty crazy, but you got it. No problem at all. Let's go into the right view. And I will turn this so it looks just like what we see in the picture. Which I think if we're being absolutely correct here, we should be in the left view, because the arrows of the section view are facing left. There. Of course. Oh, I think, did I do it the wrong way? let's see. Yeah, it should be this side. Now I think, because as you can see, what I did right here, I did it at the top instead of at the bottom. So I got to keep that in mind. But still, the angle between this line that I'm hovering over right now and this angled line right there needs to be 31 degrees. But of course, this Onshape's not measuring it from this line. It's measuring it from the vertical line. Try to make things nice and difficult, right? Well, we can figure out what this angle needs to be based on the fact that we want this angle right here to be 31 degrees. Well, that's going to be 90 degrees minus 31. Maybe I can annotate this just to make it absolutely clear. We want this angle to be 31 degrees. But they're making us find this angle. So that should be 90 minus 31, whatever that is. We'll put that right in here. 90 minus 31. Good. Okay, I'm going to clear my drawings and click out of that and click OK. Good. So now we have that plane, that angled plane, and we are going to have to do this again. The second time should be easier since we actually knew what's going on. So I want that, and I'm going to hide, what is this, sketch 7, because it might get in the way. I need to extrude one of these up to this plane. Which one is it going to be? Let's have a look. Well, if I'm looking from the left view, bottom, make sure that wasn't what I wanted. There's bottom view. And then, yeah, facing left. So this one, it looks like this side is the one where the lower piece, or the lower side of this, is going to go up to the top. Meaning, because the slant starts over here, the highest point is on the bottom here. So we're going to extrude this side, because this is the side that goes up to here. So I'll extrude this piece, click on up to face, and click on this plane. Okay, I can't get it, so I'm going to click on plane 1 right over here. And there it is. That's perfect. Click the check mark. And then, surprise, surprise, we got to do this again. But not going to be as difficult this time because we already know what we're doing. So hide that plane. Don't need it anymore. But I'm going to bring back sketch 7. I'm going to edit that. And just like we did before, we need a line up at the top here. So line tool right along there. Good. Check mark. So I have this line at the top now. And I'll get the plane tool. Do line angle. So I want to plane through a line at an angle. So I'll go to the side view. Similarly to before, I know that this angle needs to be 31 degrees. But they're making me find this other angle over here. So I need to do 90 degrees minus 31, and then I get the right angle. Click OK. I have to clear my drawings. Good. Hide sketch 7. And then extrude. Oh, wait, it's gone. We have to bring back sketch 6. Then extrude this piece up to face, up to this plane number 2. I'm clicking it in my features list. And click OK. There it is. That's the whole part. That was a crazy part to deal with. So we're done with that. Well, let's hide any planes that we don't need, any sketches we don't need. I think we got everything. Yeah, that's it. But we do have to put this in a drawing. Well, that's not too difficult, is it? So let's click on the plus. We click on Create Drawing and the A. Let it load, and we just have to put all these views in, all the dimensions we want to put in the Ratchet. Which face does it want? So we're going to want the bottom face. Just like in the drawing, gotta make it as close to the original as possible. That should be fine. And before I do anything else, I'm going to press Escape. I need to make sure I remember to rename the drawing. It shouldn't be drawing 1. I'm going to click on rename, change it to Ratchet Drawing. Then I know what these drawings are. Got that. Okay, we have a section view. It looks like 2 isometric views. So let's get, this is the list of all the views. Section view here. Is it vertical? Yes, it is a vertical line. So we're going to keep it like that. And I'll place that section line right down the middle. Or the, sorry, this is a cutting plane line that gives us the section view. Click there. And then you have to drag out the view to the side that you want. We do want it out to the right. Just like that. Good, got our section view. That shouldn't be there, obviously. That opening, let me just go back into the Ratchet part. Thought I had, because I did extrude something. Remember when I extruded that circle? It was very upsetting. Yeah, we had shell 1, and then I asked, yeah, that extrusion, it clearly, I don't think it went up far enough, so I'm going to extrude this a bit more. I don't want it to go through all. That's ridiculous. Blind. Let's bring it down. This isn't the best way to do it. Just going to bring it up. I don't want to come up over. Just keep it right underneath. That should be okay. Let's click OK. Don't want that hole there. We can click on this update button and please fill in. Yes, there. Now it's filled in just like this one. And it looks the same. Good. Everything mostly the same. So that should be good. And now we do need the isometric drawings though. So we'll do projected view. Click on this and we're going to go diagonally. Does that give us what we want? Well, I wonder if we can press Escape and then click on Insert View. I do want Ratchet. I do not. I want it to be isometric. Yeah, there we go. That's it. So I got that one down here. And then I bet I can do projected view of that. Go up. Is it going to show the bottom side? No, maybe if I go down. Oh, it's still not quite right. So it was good for me to insert that extra view. That was good. Okay, clearly not that one. Maybe if I do another insert view, I'll try this again. I do isometric, and I can set it down. Let's see if I can edit this view though. Double click on it, and we get, what happens if I rotate it? What if I do 180 degrees? What happens? That's still not right. I'll click on X. I'm going to delete this and try projected view one more time. That's not it. I want to see the underside of it. Actually, that's pretty close. Yeah, I can do this one. See, I can move this up, escape, click on it and move it up. And then I bet I could, maybe I can rotate it. No, it's not going to let me rotate it. Oh, but I see the issue because this isn't even matching. So we can click on this one. Why can't I rotate that one? Let me delete that. Maybe then I can, yep, I can rotate this 180 degrees. It's still not right. What if I did 90 degrees? Okay, it's not working. So I'll just do 0 degrees. I'm gonna have to accept, we want it to look as close as possible, but it's not quite doing it. So it's fine if we can't get it. Doing our best. So I think I brought that down before, pressed escape, and then I brought this back up. Just like that. There, now it's matching. No, that's not what I wanted. That's matching now. Bring those over. That's going to take up room. Title block. Got my name. It would be your name on your drawing. The date that you're drawing this. The scale. I kind of want to bring down the scale. I think it's a little big. See if I can try. Or maybe if do I have to change it from here? Insert property. No. What's that? Oh, hello. Oh, this is exactly what I wanted before. So all those previous drawings where I had to change the precision by hand, I can do that from here. So I want the precision on here to be 2 decimal places. Oh, this is going to make things a lot easier. Angle precision, 0. No decimal places for the angles. Dimensions. Oh, that's so much nicer. So much. I don't think I need any of these. Good. What was I looking at though? I wanted to, probably the scale. Don't need any of that. That's chamfer. Don't need that. Annotations. I don't need that. Oh, this is where we can change the color. That is good to know. Views. Oh, maybe this is how we can change some views. See, I didn't see that button before. That would have been a lot of help if I had found that. Order. Table. So unless I missed it, maybe whoever's watching can figure it out. Can't seem to find the scale. How to change the scale on here. Maybe you can find it. It's that one. Oh, that's the measure tool. Don't need that. And how do I close this? Because I don't want it up anymore. If I click on that, nope. Oh, there. Click on that again. And I've tried this a bunch of times. If I go in here and I do workspace units, nope. Workspace properties, nope. Okay, so I have to click on each, or I can click on all of them. Come on, I gotta click out of that. That one, that one, that one, that one. I'm holding control for that. I'll do properties and maybe still don't have it. Have to do it individually. I'm gonna change this to 1 to 2. Nope, maybe the other way. 2 to 1 because it was 3 to 1 before. Nope, not to 1 to 1. That's 2 to 1. That's a better size. It's small, but it'll be easier to dimension. Click on that one, change that to 2 to 1. Seriously, let's try this again. 2 to 1. Click OK. As for the only things we have to add in are the title. So this, oops, we have to do what we've been doing before. Same thing, battle, top, toy. Second line is SkillsUSA 2013. DWG, the drawing number or the figure name, we're going to call this the Ratchet because that's what it is. Wouldn't make sense to name it anything else. In here. I need to move that scale out of the way and that section name out of the way. These two are fine. And now we go ahead and dimension everything. How about I'm going to do the notes first. Notes, so we click on note, here. I'll put that over down the corner, copy. I've just copied and pasted. Keep it nice and simple for myself. Move that up, move that scale, move that scale up a little bit too. There, now all the easy stuff is done. Now now we go on to dimensioning everything. So let's do that. Click on dimension. We just go around. So we have, oh man, we have a radius dimension. There's radial dimension. So click on this one. We'll go in and add all the extra text afterward. We have this also as a radial dimension. This one as a radius. I'll go around and do all my radii first. Is that flipped around wrong? Oh, I forgot the gap. That's going to be easy to fix though. I think it's flipped upside down. That's funny. That's very weird. Very, very weird. But anyway, we'll do this anyway. We got that one. We keep going. What other radial dimensions we have? This one right in here. Keep them going. The inner circle. That's supposed to be 0.06. That one's 0.3. Good. And the one on the inside. 0.31. That's a diameter. Just doing the radii right now. That one, 0.02, that's good. There, I believe I got all the radii. And nothing on this side. Let me go around and do any of the diameters. Going around, that's all the radii. Going around. There's diameter. So this inner circle there. Put that right, I'll put that down here. So you can see there's a lot of dimensions to put in. I think that's it for the diameter. We do have one over here. I don't know if it's going to let me do it. No, I'm not going to be able to do that. So I'll come back to it. Or can I do that one? Yeah, I can do this one right here. That's helpful. Good. I think I'm going to go to regular dimension now, do any of these linear ones. So we've got this one. I got that. Nope, what happened? Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. So I'm going to click on dimension again. Make sure I'm clicking on the line, and I'll bring that out to right there. Keep it going. These are all angles. I'll do that after. Got all those. Here we go. The gap here. Maybe I'll bring that down. No, I'll do it right here. There sure is a lot. Oh, and I did the section line wrong as well, actually. I wonder if I can easily fix that. Oh, here we can edit the cutting line. Here, I'm going to double click on this. Let's see if I can edit. So I want to go. There we go. So I want to go to around, what do I want to end? Maybe right there. That's still not quite right. What if I did angular? Alt undo, double click on this. We'll just leave it. We will just leave it. We want to get it as close as possible, but we'll just leave it for now. What else? Oh, I see. So I didn't get that gap in there yet, like I should have. Back to dimension between these two. It's 0.10. And that gap's 0.10. We've got another one over here. It's 0.10. The distance between this, come on, give me the center of that circle. There, right there. And the center of this circle, we're gonna get, I need it to be, so it's the wrong one, which isn't right. I want it to be the aligned, which means, oh, there it is. You might have to move your mouse around a little bit, but that diagonal distance I want. I'm gonna pull that out. Where can I put that easily? Maybe right over, maybe right like that. Try to keep it as clean as possible. It's a little bit hard with all of these dimensions here. Yes, similarly, we have, can't get that in right now. This is all just angles here. I can keep going on doing linear dimensions though. That's going to be pretty straightforward. This line and this line go up like that, and between these two lines like that. Between these two lines like that. Between these two. Oops, I didn't click correctly. Like, come on. There, like that. 0.23, perfect. Between, oh, we do need a center line. Here's the different center lines. Let's do a center mark for this circle. And it looks like we're also going to need a center line. 2-point center line from, excuse me, here down to about there. Excuse me, come on, to there. Maybe more like that. That's got to be fine. And then another one going all the way down like that. Got those. Now we can go back to dimension. I want dimension between this line and this line. That's not the right height. Oh, sorry, wrong line. That's why it's the top one. Got worried that I did something wrong there. This line and this line. And then this line and that same line. That's because I didn't make the section line quite as right as I should have between these two. Right, maybe I'll put that there. Okay, now I have all the linear dimensions. Now I just need to do the angular dimensions, and then I'm all done. This is a tough one for sure. Where is angle? Line to line, angular dimension. I'm gonna do this one on the right. We have, which angle am I doing? Between this line and this line. That's it. Just like that. That's what I needed. I think I'm done with the section view finally. And then we have, okay, I need to make another line out like this. That should be good. Now, because somehow I flipped the image around a bit, I'm going to have to put the angles in a different place. So between this horizontal line, and then where's the first one? So 77 degrees goes up to, I'm going to go down instead of up, because it flipped, but down to this, this line here. Why is it 82 degrees? I can go back and fix that. So I got that. I've got another one between this horizontal line and the, what's the next one? 97 degrees. That's the center of the circle here. Nope. Maybe if I put in a center mark, because I should do that as well. I should put center marks. Like right here, I should have a center mark. There, I should have a center mark. Maybe that'll do it. Line to line, angular dimension. No. Doesn't want me to do it. Here, you know what? I realized what I need to do. I need to put in another center line between these 2 points. It's just getting messier and messier, though. I don't know how they expected us to be able to do this without it looking messy. So there's that horizontal line, and there it is. 97 degrees. And then I need to make one more. So between these 2, I need to make a center line between here and right there. And then I do the angular dimension. No, you probably would want to pause and see what it is that I'm doing because of how close everything is and how messy everything is. Ideally, you would want things to not look as messy as they are right now. Definitely. And then for whatever reason, there has to be another one between, so I have to make 2 more center lines. One going, which way is it going? So it wants it to go the other direction. So this way, that's a center line, and then one more going from the center here. Oh, gotta click on the center point again. From there to there. And then I can make the angular dimension. Wow, that's a lot. That is insane. That is insane. Okay, we do need to go back real quick. Just top view. Yeah, everything looks right. From here, it's probably just the bottom view that shouldn't be like that. But we're going to make a cut right here. And that's not going to be too hard at all. So I'm going to start a new sketch right on here. I want to use one of the lines that's already there. I want to use this line. And I'm going to want to offset this because it's straight. As you can see, it's linear. So we're not orbiting around, we're not rotating around. We're going to offset that line 0.1. Offset that line this way. Click out of here, and I will do 0.1. And I want to use these curves as well. So just make sure that they are on this sketch plane because I'm going to take this face in the middle, extrude it down just to cut out that section. Click OK, extrude, got that one, and we're going to remove, and it's already gone all the way through. Okay, see, nice and easy on that part. Okay, back to the drawing, click update, and do we have it? Yeah, it's flipped for whatever reason, but this is going to be a nice, easy one. Dimension, just your regular dimension between these 2 lines. Maybe right there is fine. Okay, that's it. I don't know how long this was. It's probably like an hour. I hope you did this over a period of time and not try to do this all at once because that was a lot of work. And I think I'm going to take a break from work today because that took so long. But I hope you enjoyed. I mean, this is, you get to look at your work now, and you should be proud of what you were able to accomplish here. So, and this is advanced stuff. This is really advanced stuff. Keep in mind, this is a college level SkillsUSA competition. So the fact that you were able to get through this, even with my assistance, you should be proud. So congratulations. Next time we're going to make this assembly. Making the assembly is not that hard, luckily. We're just taking pieces that we already have and we're going to put them together in a view like this and in a table and all that. So that a much more relaxed session video next time. So I'll see you for that one, and hope you enjoyed.